for Game 2.
All right, was it like a bad dream? Was it like a good dream? The Atlanta Dream taking on the Dallas Wings, Game 1, their first-round series. That's your 2022 first overall pick, Ryan Howard. Averaged 17 points per. It was an all-star rookie season. She had 3 threes, 2 steals, 8 of 10 from the field in the first quarter. So 19 points in the first quarter, tied for the most points in any WNBA playoff quarter since 06. And it was her debut. It was actually all a dream. It was all a dream? Yeah. It was all a dream? Usually, Word Up Magazine?
Salt, pepper, and heavy D up in the limousine.
Rap Attack every day, Marley Mall. That's Enrique Ogunbowale, probably born after that song came out, for being honest. And the Wings cut the lead to 12. It was a 20-point lead for the Dream.
You remember when birthdays are the worst days?
Yeah, but we're sipping different drinks now. Did you hear that?
Yeah, champagne.
And we're thirsty. Ogunbowale. I mean, you know, we have a little mimosa on a Saturday. That's Tierra McCowan and 1. The Wings erased the 20-point deficit. They were plus 15 in the second quarter. They make you play 4 quarters. Howard off the stream. Ryan Howard.
I heard something about Salt too, but I was going to tell you.
36 points, WNBA record for points in a playoff debut. But this was the first game, or rather the 5th WNBA playoff game all the time. 30-point scores on both teams. Satu Savali had a 3 there. She had 32 points in this game. That's a Wings franchise record for points in a playoff game. The Wings are up 4. Let's go 3 minutes left. Sort of crunch time here. Ogunbowale and Savali, they either scored or assisted on 72 of 94 Wings points. 24 for Ogunbowale as the Wings come all the way back and win by 12.
Yeah, how about it? The autumn chill of the Northeast can only mean one thing: pumpkin spice coffee for Randy and another college football Saturday. Florida State heads to Chestnut Hill for BC's annual Red Bandana game. The third-ranked Noles have outscored their opponents 97-20 in the last 6 quarters, while BC seeks its first ever home win against the top 5 team.
Then you got LSU and Mississippi State. Plenty of cowbell. They're going to meet for the 80th consecutive season. And the Bayou Bengals have dominated this series lately, winning 27 of the last 31 meetings. But they will have their hands full with the SEC's leading rusher, Joquavius Marks.
Watch out, this could be a good one. And what has been a turbulent week off the field in East Lansing, the Spartans will welcome in Washington. A year before these two, they become Big Ten rivals. Michael Penix Jr., the first Husky to ever throw for 400 yards in each of his first 2 games of the season.
And for the first time since 1996, College Game Day is in Boulder as Deion Sanders has the Buffs in position to be the surprise team of the year. Colorado's won 5 straight in this Rocky Mountain Showdown. It's their longest win streak in the series since the 90s. Oh, good time to be close to a good team out in the Rockies. Deion Sanders, full Oprah. You get sunglasses. You get sunglasses. First Take folks got him. Pat McAfee Show got him. Coming in response to Colorado State head coach Jay Norvell, who seemed to criticize Coach Prime, saying, when I talk to grown-ups, I take my hat and my glasses off. That's what my mother taught me, said Coach Norvell. Something Coach Sanders discussed on the Pat McAfee Show.
I don't like that it happened because it's another brother. You know, we started out right. He was complimenting me, I was complimenting him. He was doing this thing, but it just took a quick left. What happened? Who got to him? Like, what happened? And just to take a left after what he said previously, it threw me off. And I really started to contemplate, what happened? Why would you go to that direction? You know me. Yeah. Like, you know how I get down. You know, if we really want to talk, I can do this pretty darn good.
You know, it's really amazing. I mean, how big of an impact Deion has already had on Colorado and college football. He's the biggest story in sports on and off the field.
And the impact resonates. I mean, he was this way in the 90s, too. And
That's
we're old
true.
enough to remember him as the player and the cultural icon.
You're a real man, Deion.
Well, that was Tim McCarver had some
It sure
issues.
was, yeah.
But so did opposing pitching. I mean, this guy could hit a baseball. He could also run a punt back for a touchdown. And on this weekend back in 1996, when Game Day was last in Boulder, Deion had a scoop and score touchdown for the Cowboys. We're just providing some historical
And you know
context.
you're an icon when you have an impact on and off the field.
Right, and in the control room, let's say, because obviously the impact, both sartorially and fashion-wise,
They work hard, yeah.
is felt. I mean, that's a lot of handsome.
That's just to look at our crew working hard.
And LaVoy's there too. And then look at the whole crew this morning.
That's when you know, Randy, you've done something.
Look like a bunch of speeding tickets are about to be written there. That's outstanding. I'm going to keep mine on the mascot head. E.J. Manuel is not one to throw shade. Deion Sanders in Colorado, E.J., they've been the talk of the college football season. How do you put into context what Coach Sanders has done so quickly there for the Buffs?
Well, Randy, first thing I got to do is reach out to Coach Prime and try to see if I can get a set of those shades so I can rock them next week. But look, this Colorado team, I don't think we've seen a team change from year to year like this You bring in a quarterback that's averaging well over 450 yards in passing. They're doing a great job with third down efficiency. They're 54%. A good number, guys, is 40%, so that's well over that number. Their quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, is doing an excellent job, also completing 78% of his passes. So truly, this is a revitalization of a football program, and you really see the prime effect because now everybody's in Boulder. You got First Take, you got College Game Day, all these different big-time shows. They're in Boulder to feature this team.
No, there's no doubt about the cultural. Like, this is transcending sports right now out in Boulder. Now, your school, Florida State, meanwhile, quietly, third in the nation, and they take on Boston College today. Quarterback Jordan Travis has looked on point on this young season. What's been the biggest or brightest aspect of his game in your eyes?
The brightest aspect has really been Jordan Travis maneuvering in and out of the pocket. Now, what I mean by that is he can hurt you from the pocket by throwing the ball vertically, but also when he takes off and run, guys, I think that's where he's most lethal. And he's not just running to actually take off and run. He's actually running to find open receivers. And you could tell these receivers do a great job in uncovering in the scramble drill. And also the offensive line are doing a great job in not getting any holding penalties or blocking in the back. And that takes practice. That takes you going back through the practice field Monday through Thursday, working with those guys. So the ability of Jordan Travis to move in and outside the pocket has been his brightest spot and really the reason they're winning a lot of these football games.
Earlier this season, you put Jordan Travis in your QB manual and EJ's manual. Who's in EJ's manual this morning?
Yeah, this morning we're going to head west to University of Washington quarterback Michael Penix Jr. Now, he is a great quarterback, and really it's not just about the throws down the field. It's also the way he's maneuvering the pre-snap. And so what you're going to see here, the effect of the motion man right here, and this is perfectly timed with the snap. That effect of the tight end going across opens up this level for the over route across. The linebacker is sniffing in the backfield. He gets out of the way. The top of your screen here, this is a free access throw. And the reason I love this throw is this opposite hash, and then this ball is perfectly placed on time to give this receiver an opportunity to square up with that DB and have a two-way go. And that's a solid tackle in space by that DB. Now this one here down in the red zone, I love this play because you're going to see Michael Penix Jr. do a great job of assessing the pre-snap look. You got 8 guys on the line of scrimmage. You do not run the football here. And this is called a Q9. And most quarterbacks, you got to get this out in your 5th step. Michael Penix does that exactly. Perfectly timed, gets it out to his receiver. He's able to run in for a touchdown. Now watch the sequence of the snap here. You got to snap this perfectly because the DB has no chance to run over the top and try to make a tackle on that receiver by the pylon. So it's not always about the 60-yard bombs that Michael Penix Jr. can do. It's also about doing the small things at a high level. Familiar
territory going to a Big Ten stadium today against Michigan State. We got more EJ coming up on the Huddle, 2 Eastern on the ACC Network. EJ, thank you, sir.
And still ahead, 10th-ranked Alabama makes a change at starting quarterback today. Tim Tebow on Nick Saban's decision to turn to Tyler Butler. Plus, the Pac-12 is packing the punch this season with 8 ranked teams, conference champions. But hey, let's blow it all up. Kirk Herbstreit on who can be the biggest challenger to Caleb Williams and USC.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
Astapro Allergy. Steroid-free allergy relief that starts working in 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays take hours. With Astapro's unbeatably fast allergy relief, you can Astapro and go.
Reese's. They'll get you. They will get you good.
I've been all over the world as a wildlife filmmaker. The best stories are the hardest to get to. Let's go.
It's coming really close.
Entertainment Weekly declares Kenneth Branagh gears up his best Poirot film yet.
He was saying
it will keep you guessing.
My money's on the housekeeper.
Until the very end.
I'm changing my guess.
A Haunting in Venice, rated PG-13, now playing only in theaters.
You want to be like me? Well, you can't, because there's only one Pride. But you can recover like me. Always. Every day. They can help you recover from exercise to keep you prime. You want to stay prime, right?
All right, guys. This entire season boils down to one word.
Bundle home and auto.
But that's 4 words.
Not if you bundle them.
Bundle and save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Officially, it's a fridge full of beer. Unofficially, it's free AC. Coors Light, the official beer of everything unofficial.
Cracked windshield on your new car? You don't have to take it to the dealer. Bring it to Safelite. We do more replacements and recalibrations than anyone else.
Thank you so much.
Schedule now.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
MLB chooses T-Mobile for Business for 5G solutions to not only enhance the fan experience, but to advance how the game is played. Now's the time to see what America's largest 5G network can do for your business.
I think I'm ready for this.
Heck yeah. With E-Trade, you're ready for anything. Marriage, kids, college.
Kids moving back in after college.
Finally, we can eat.
You know you make me wanna.
And then we looked around and said, wait a minute, this isn't even our stroller. You live with your parents, but you own a house in the metaverse. Cool. I don't get it.
Here's to getting financially ready for anything.
And here's to being single and ready to mingle. Who's ready to cha-cha?
Be me, JC from Guamo. Get a job, 3 jobs, then get to work. More than a doodle, a champ. First here, then everywhere.
Switch to Boost and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone on America's largest 5G networks. Get after it.
The long-lasting scent of Gain Flings made it smell like Dave was in his happy place, the massage chair at the mall. But he wasn't. Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
At Domino's, there's an endless debate. Does adding pepperoni to something always make it better? Yeah. Debate over. Introducing Domino's new pepperoni stuffed cheesy bread. Loaded up with irresistible pepperoni, it's our most delicious stuffed cheesy bread yet. Only at Domino's.
You like that bone? I got a great price on it.
Did you see my tail when that Chewy box showed up?
Oh, I saw it.
Sorry about the vase.
Can we just say vase like normal people?
Fine.
I always wonder what it would be like to have a tail.
Maybe you did one time. Maybe 1,000 years from now, I'll be tailless, using that Chewy app to get you great prices on treats.
I'm pretty sure it takes more than 1,000 years.
Vase.
Pets aren't just pets. They're more.
Vase.
Save more on what they love with everyday great prices at Chewy.
Astapro Allergy, steroid-free allergy relief that starts working in 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays take hours. With Astapro's unbeatably fast allergy relief, you can Astapro and go.
Oh, the big boy's coming.
You don't break that break. Take the wheel. What a play.
I don't think I stumbled or stuttered when I told you we were coming.
We're setting the damn tone.
Look at this! Are you kidding me? Looking downfield. Touchdown! Oh, he is so much fun to watch. It's him.
Texas looked like a contender.
A reunion years in the making. Matt and Tim back together again on a Saturday morning Sports Center from Starkville. Tim, good seeing you, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's good to sort of hear you right now because, let's be honest, all we need is more cowbell. That's what they believe here in Stark Vegas. But I got to throw something out early in this conversation is, hey, it's only week 3. How does Gary get a vacation this early? Who gets a vacation in week 3, Matt? I'm grateful you're here and I love you, but man, we're giving vacations this early? Wow.
Yeah, see, Tim, some people are all about the ball, some people are all about themselves, and that is clearly Gary. So we'll talk a little college football since Gary's not here to do it. SEC West, Alabama, LSU, Texas A&M, they've all gone down already this season. Top 3 teams in the SEC West. And Alabama already making a change at quarterback with Tyler Buckner in for Jalen Milroe. What do you think of the switch there?
Listen, everybody's making this about the quarterback, but it's so much more. First, I want to give a lot of credit to Texas. I think they're a top 5 team. that won at the line of scrimmage, offense and defense. And when you look at Alabama, it's not just on the quarterback. Yes, he had 2 bad interceptions, but he also made a lot of plays. And when you want to look at the issues, you need to look at this offensive line that got manhandled. You need to look at the defensive line that got 0 sacks, a defense that got 0 turnovers. They lost the penalty. They lost their turnovers. They had 10 penalties. They had 2 touchdowns called back. So there's a lot more with this Alabama team that needs to be fixed. But the good thing for Alabama fans, most of it can be fixed. These are issues that you can shore up, that you can come together. I still think there's a bright future for Alabama. I still think there's a bright future for Jalen Milroe and Tyler Buckner. Both of them can compete at a high level. So for Alabama fans, the sky is not falling.
Yeah, I think we would all agree, too. There will be some sort of package from Milroe. He's just too good to keep off the field. And the one to watch tonight, Colorado hosting Colorado State, 10 Eastern, ESPN. Buffaloes haven't been able to run effectively early in this year. It's all been Shedeur through the air. So what have you seen out of Shedeur Sanders to be able to still throw effectively without much support from a run game?
Well, I think we also need to understand that some of this team's run game is actually through the quick pass. They have literally 18 of 20 completions at or behind the line of scrimmage, and for 2 touchdowns and for a bunch of yards, 225 yards. This team is not just hand it off and we're going to run straight at you. So many of this is quick screens, bubble screens, tunnel screens, getting it to Dylan Edwards and these receivers out in their hands in space. That's part of their running game. Just think about it as an extended handoff. I think that's something that Deion and Prime and Shedeur love to do, is get these guys in space early and let them fly, because they have playmakers, not necessarily downhill guys, but playmakers. I think that's something that Prime was, and that's something that Prime loves.
You know what, Tim, you're a playmaker. You're a playmaker on television and in life. SEC Nation, 10 a.m., that's right? You're going to be out there with the Cowbells?
Hey, Matt, we love you. Gary, are you ever going to show back up? I don't know. Enjoy your vacation.
The best, Timmy. Oh, poor Gary. Hey, look, he was taking it. And early on last night, Maryland was against the Who's, but they found a way to come back, trailing 14-0 in the first quarter. Talia Tagovailoa runs right. Jay-Sean Jones. I tell you what, everyone talks about Tua's arm. His brother Leah can spin it too. Longest play from scrimmage this year. Maryland up 21-14. Talia 19 of 30, 342 yards and a touch. Later in the quarter, Anthony Calandria. Virginia had a lead in this one. Oh, this is like the Randy Scott one. How so? Oh, yeah, because this is DMV. Like, yeah, it's all you.
Shout out DMV.
New set of guys. You got to adopt the football team since yours right now is.
We won last week. We're all right.
3rd and 10. Calandria rolls out. Picked off by Tarheeb Still. Undercuts the route. Ooh, what a that is. What a comeback, and another one for Maryland fans. 11 minutes to go in the game after turnover. Roman Hemby scored his second touchdown of the game, 42-14. 42 unanswered points for the second consecutive week. You got to fear the turtle, but they have to come back to do it. Second straight week, the team trailed 14-0 early. And the second straight week, the Terps dominated the rest of the way for the comeback victory. It's the first time in the last 20 seasons that Maryland had consecutive double-digit comebacks.
All right, we got Army and we got UTSA. These teams faced each other a year ago. San Antone won by 3 in overtime. Army hadn't beaten an AAC team since 2016. And odds says down 20-7 second quarter. We're just leaving it up. Hail Mary, full of points. Eddie Lee Marburger to Tyke Ogle Kellogg, and that's your injured starting quarterback, Frank Harris. Got turf toes out there hopping around. We'll release a turtle due to sprain. Bryson Daly for the quarter to Markel Johnson. Johnson to Isaiah.
I'm so excited.
Isaiah Alston, 55 yards. Preppy and Daly later going to complete this drive with a touchdown pass. What is I don't know college football anymore, man. Army's throwing the ball. The mids
slinging it.
Mids were throwing the ball.
AC Slater's going for Albert Clifford.
He doesn't age. Then it's Daly to Johnson here. Same score in the fourth. 9-point lead for Army. This man in space is a problem. 15 yards in the first, then Daly going to carry it himself. So Daly throws for 133, runs for 100. First time in his career he's visited the Century Club. Both measures in the same game, and Army wins 37-20.
Hey, what is going on here?
That man's a Kappa Sigma there, Richard Belding. Let's go Rays and Orioles. And this is a pivotal series. I mean, this is a massive series there in the AL East. Game 2 of a 4-game set. Coming in a game back of first in the East is Tampa, and that's Brandon Lau gone off of Jack Flaherty. Lau's 20th tater tot of the season. First time in Rays franchise history that at least 5 players have 20 ding-dongs. Same campaign. Top 6, Harold Ramirez pinch hitting for Luke Raley. That's the right move, Skip. 3-run shot. Oh, my word. 7-0 is the Rays lead. An epic bat flip in the Baltimore Eve. And then Zach Eflin on the mound. Got a no-hitter going. He's Eflin around with a no-hitter. Heston Kjerstad making his first big league start. Okay. Homers in his first big league start. Last Oriole to do it was last season. Gunnar Henderson. Eflin would settle in, though. 7 innings. That earned run. 8 Ks. He's in line. Oh, as we got a homer hose. Homer hose. So good. It slips. 15th win is going to stand up because Jake Diekman is part of a Rays pen, hadn't allowed a run in 36 innings. Second longest streak in team history. Rays 7, Orioles 1. What does that mean? Is the Rays have won 3 straight? Well, they're fighting to get into first in the division. They're 2 up in this current series. ESPN analytics giving Tampa Bay a 53% chance to finish as the 1 seed in the AL if they win 3 of 4 in the series. So one of the next 2. If they sweep it, that percentage goes up to 91. This pivotal series continues tonight in the Charlotte City.
All right, Randy, coming up, we're headed back out to Boulder, where College Game Day's Kirk Herbstreit is standing by how Shedeur Sanders has thrived despite some challenges around him.
Hey, get away! 10 years ago, we invented the Ring Video Doorbell for moments like these.
We found your wallet.
And Ring security cameras for moments like these.
Where are you?
With Ring, you're always home. Learn more at ring.com.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth when I was just a pup. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. I let shorty clean the pendants, I been diamond in the rough. Hey, first order of biz, no snitch, and I try to keep it silent, but the kids don't listen. Birthday, got another hit, no flinch, and I tell them send a watch that I can fit both wrists. And we used to have a silver tooth when I was just a pup. Wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. I let shorty clean the pendants, I been diamond in the rough. Hey.
Your dog is the one you wanted. You want what's best for them. So ask your vet about new NexGard Plus. It's one-and-done monthly protection from fleas and ticks, plus heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms, all in a delicious beef-flavored soft chew. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. From the maker of #1 vet-recommended HeartGuard Plus, NexGard Plus, the one you want for one-and-done protection.
When game time runs into dinner time, a hero must rise. Like DiGiorno Rising Crust Pizza. Because delicious fresh-baked taste straight from your oven always wins. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Get saucy. Applebee's all-you-can-eat boneless wings, just $12.99.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show 'em who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach!
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
Dupixent helps you do more with less asthma and can help you breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Ask your specialist about Dupixent.
Attention Walmart shoppers, here's some straight talk for you. Use your loved ones to save money on wireless. So, you ready to commit to 2 lines to save cash? Have you ever saved your parents anything? Now, congratulations on your future savings. What's important in life? Family and saving money, right? And not necessarily in that order.
More lines mean more savings with Straight Talk. Just $25 a line for unlimited data, all on nationwide 5G. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
My documentary?
You got 2 Hollywood actors in Wrexham.
They're making this a place you want to come play.
Wrexham is the most special gift I've ever had.
FX's Welcome to Wrexham. All new. Tuesdays at 10 on FX. Stream on Hulu.
A rematch of a spectacular fight. Lomachenko! She has all the skills to get her belt back. This fight is going to be incredible.
Someday, this shot will be yours.
Someday, this shot will all be mine.
Disney and Pixar's Elemental is now streaming on Disney+. I'm okay. People can't get enough and are calling it the next Pixar masterpiece.
Please forgive my daughter. She burned bright, but sometimes too bright.
Disney and Pixar's Elemental, rated PG, now streaming on Disney+. And take advantage of a limited time offer.
Dyson's powerful vacuum now washes hard floors, continuously using clean water from start to finish. One machine for your whole home. Exclusively with HEPA filtration, only at Dyson.
Outdoor adventures that can take you from here to here, all in the same day. Near it all, but far away. Escape to your natural state.
Good morning, Boulder, Colorado. Fine folks at CU are welcoming the College Game Day crew for the first time since 1996. That means the players and the fans in the student section today, not even born the last time the Buffs got the Game Day treatment. All this ahead of the Rocky Mountain Showdown tonight on ESPN at 10 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. local against an opponent in Colorado State. It's been a little yappy this week, and it has been a minute since Kirk Herbstreit was back in Boulder. That Game Day show, Herbie, back in 1996, that was your first season on the show, and we have that footage. Who wants to see young Herbie?
Oh, dude.
We got the footage. Now, hold on. We dialed the footage. Yeah. Look at young Herbie. Yeah.
Oh,
you could grate cheese on that chin. And if I told you then that Deion Sanders, the next day, the day after y'all were on the air, Deion had a scoop and score for the Cowboys. If I told you then, Herbie, that Deion would be coaching at CU in 2023, you'd still be on the show? You'd still be on the show. Your reaction to all that would have been what?
Never. No way. I mean, the fact that I didn't think I'd be on that. I thought I was on maybe for a few shows, like Matt Berry on Morning Sports Center. I just thought I'd be around and out of there. I would have thought Deion could have done anything he wanted to do. I mean, back in that era, I mean, Deion was such a star. I don't know if we have a star in the game as big of a star as he was when he played in the NFL. And then he'd go over and play baseball. He's trying to win a World Series with the Braves and back and forth. He and Bo Jackson, I think everybody just kind of bowed down to what they did as athletes. But to see him get into coaching, you know, we saw it last year, what he did at Jackson State, and now having a chance to do it in the FBS and in a big Power 5 conference like Colorado, and the way it started. You know, and it's been fascinating to watch. I think sometimes, we talked about this the last few weeks, I think sometimes what gets lost because you get on social media and you see, oh, okay, it's making it personal, here we go. And there's so much energy that if you don't break down film and really watch them and you see how well coached they are, this team means business. You know, they are very, very well coached. They take things very serious. They take a lot of pride in doing things the right way. And, you know, he played with a flair. He coaches with a flair. But, man, one thing you know about is they're going to be a fundamentally sound team on both sides of the ball.
And for that and so many reasons, it's a tough ticket to get, Herbie, and the crowd's been loud behind you. My God. For everybody who can't be there, what's the atmosphere like?
I mean, it's really hard to describe because I'm going to take a shot here. I don't know if they're quiet down. I want to ask them. I don't know if they know that they had a football team here for the last 20 years, honestly. Did you guys know that you guys had a football team the last 20 years? Did you? And now this year, it's like they made up for the 20 years of mediocrity, and they put it together this year. So you can only imagine. It's like they've been caged up with Ralphie, and now they've been released and allowed to come out and be proud of their brand once again. I work with alum, Christopher Fowler.
Yeah.
He hasn't talked about CU football ever since maybe that show we were on back in 1996. I think it was the last time he brought him up. And now, everywhere you go. So that just puts in perspective what Coach Prime has done to this brand, not just winning games. I would argue they've become one of the biggest stories, not just in college football. I'm doing NFL games on Thursday night. The NFL's talking about Coach Prime. So they've become one of the big stories in sports, not just college football. That's how big of a personality he is, and that's how big this brand has become. And again, if this were Alabama or Ohio State, it'd be like, man, that's cool. It's Colorado. They sucked forever, and now you got this going on. It's incredible.
There was a time where the Bucs could run with the Alabamas and run with some of these Georgias and whatever. I mean, go back to the 90s. They were an absolute wagon. Yeah. Now, this year's squad, if you're going to pick a niche between the lines, the ground game has struggled, and there have been times where the offensive line hasn't necessarily protected Shedeur too much. How has he been able to succeed despite some of these growing pains for this program?
Well, I think right now, if you look at these first couple games, statistically, Shedeur is performing as well as any quarterback in the country under pressure. And that to me, says a lot about him as just a quarterback. You know, his ability in the game today, the way they attack and spread you out, everything's not always going to be perfect when you go empty, right? You're going to get some pressure. You're going to have to make a guy miss like that. Buy a little time, keep your eyes downfield, because Shedeur's a guy, much like Bryce Young, he's looking to throw. You know, so when he's buying time to keep his vision downfield to make a throw. And there it is. You know, all these quarterbacks under pressure, the number one guy that's being the most productive is Shedeur Sanders. And I think as this offensive line grows, they build continuity. They're going to get tested big time. You know, games coming up down the road. They got Oregon and Eugene where they're not going to be able to hear. They got USC coming up. I mean, there's some really tough tests in the Pac-12 this year. One thing you can have, he's got a steady hand. He's a great leader. He knows this offense inside and out. And Sean Lewis, the offensive coordinator, is going to put him in a position where he has a chance to be successful. Man, Sean Lewis does such a good job of creating space. They stretch you out like a lot of these offenses, and they have 4 or 5 dynamic playmakers, and he can get the ball to one of them in space, and someone's going to make a big play, and that's where they are. But having the point guard, that guy that sees it, doesn't panic, and delivers the ball, that's why they are where they are right now.
You just mentioned SC, and you mentioned Oregon's on deck, and what a walk-off season here for the Pac-12. You have 8 ranked teams right here. If there is a challenger that you had to identify for the throne that USC is on, who's coming for the Trojans in the Pac-12, Herbie?
Well, and besides being out here in Boulder and the buzz that they've created, you know, I think there's 8 teams right now. The ones that stick out to me that are new to the dance would be a Colorado, Washington State with their win against Wisconsin. The real one to me is Oregon State. Oregon State is a team to look out for, and they play physical brand of football, both sides of the ball. DJ Uiagalelei comes over from Clemson, all those experience reps that he has under his belt. Utah is eventually going to get Cam Rising. So, man, and UCLA and Chip Kelly. I talked to Chip the other day, or texting with him. He may have his best defense that he's had since he's been there. He's got a freshman quarterback. There's no, once they get going into conference play, there's really no off weeks, with the exception of Matty Berry's Sun Devils. Other than that, it's going to be a grind every week.
But Matt's going to tell you, they're going to look good today. He's proud of those uniforms.
I'm sitting here catching strays.
Matty, come on the set here. What do you got? What do you got going on? What do you got?
I mean, Matt always looks good. He'll tell you. And Matt will tell you how much the outfit costs. Matt will tell you how much the suit costs.
No, not me. Herb, not me. I mean, I always come correct, but I just
button it up there. There you go.
Shot on Matt. And how about Herbie? Herbie, you might be under your playing weight from back in '96 when that rookie show.
Yeah, look at you.
When that rookie show happened.
I think I am. I feel a little bit better after seeing that '96 shot.
Attaboy.
You know, back then I was just. I told you, I'm a consumer.
Jawline, you could say.
I enjoy it. I enjoy the food.
And GameDay coming up, top of the hour, because GameDay is back in Boulder for the first time since 1996.
The Rock is on here today. We're going to have a blast.
The Rock is on GameDay.
Yes.
Go sign that jersey, Herbie. She's got a Kirk Street original for you.
I love when we go from the crowd to the bump. Nice and mellow. Just even it out. Seeing Chris Jones.
Yeah, balance.
No Nat sound, but season debuts.
Balance.
Love that.
We have a special guest today on ESPN College Game Day, the Geico.
Look, just get to the part when you tell everyone how easy it is to insure what's important to them. Home, car, even RV. Come on, there's an RV right there. Did he even see the talking points I gave him?
I don't believe so, sir.
For all your insurance needs from home to car to RV, it's easy to Geico.
Desmond?
I forgot the talking points.
At Domino's, our newest stuffed cheesy bread is loaded with pepperoni. Frankly, we're kind of embarrassed we didn't think of adding pepperoni sooner, but better late than never. Try irresistible new pepperoni stuffed cheesy bread. It's the perfect mouth-watering side for pepperoni lovers. Only at Domino's.
The magic never leaves you when you stay with the Disney Resorts Collection. It's up early, giving you extra time in any of the 4 theme parks every day. And welcomes you back to even more magical moments you'll never forget. Now you can save up to 25% on rooms at select Disney Resort hotels. Why would you stay anywhere else?
Astapro Allergy, steroid-free allergy relief that starts working in 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays take hours. With Astapro's unbeatably fast allergy relief, you can Astapro and go.
You want to be like me? Well, you can't, because there's only one prize. But you can recover like me. Almonds, every day. They can help you recover from exercise to keep you primed. You want to stay primed, right?
I've seen some passionate college football fans.
Sling Blue 40! Sling Blue 40!
But with Sling TV, some are taking their love to the next level. Right on the numbers.
I can still suit up, right, Des?
No.
Yeah!
Let's not. With Sling, you can stream college football on ESPN for the best price. The college football you love, the live TV you love. Hey, can you pass the dip?
If you don't know about Xfinity Mobile, well, now you do. It's the fastest mobile service around. With the best price for 2 lines of unlimited, only $30 a line per month. That's hundreds in savings a year when you wave bye to the other guys. All on the most reliable 5G network nationwide. You really shouldn't walk out the front door without it. Switch today at XfinityMobile.com.
Domino's new pepperoni stuffed cheesy bread is the best thing since bacon and jalapeno stuffed cheesy bread, which was the best thing since original stuffed cheesy bread. Get Domino's new pepperoni stuffed cheesy bread or any other 2 or more mix and match items for just $6.99 each at Domino's.
A primetime doubleheader on ESPN. First, the Volunteers' high-powered offense heads into the swamp.
SEC under the lights. Few things better than this.
Then, Colorado State takes on Coach Prime and the white-hot Buffaloes.
We ain't got next. We got now.
Tonight, Tennessee, Florida. Colorado State, Colorado on ESPN.
Cool pants. Cool pants.
Love to hear it. Hard to own it. The overthinking begins and bingo bango. You know what? Just own it. Thanks. They're Old Navy.
We got a Subaru Forester Wilderness to discover all the places that make us feel something more.
Subaru is the National Park Foundation's largest corporate donor, helping expand access for all.
We interrupt this college football for a Week 2 injury update. The NFL Commanders defensive end and second overall pick. This is good news. 2020 pick Chase Young has been cleared to play Sunday. Young got a stinger in Washington's preseason opener at Cleveland and wasn't cleared for any level of contact until a week ago. Out west, Chargers running back Austin Eckler doubtful to play against the Texans. Eckler hurt his ankle, didn't play when the Chargers' final possession in their season opening loss against the Dolphins. And the Eagles